Hi, we are going to paint our bucket drums. Remember I found this bucket outside and it was super dirty, so I spent this afternoon cleaning it. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely clean enough. I'm going to choose to do acrylic paint. I've got some glitter glue. Let's see. Remember I showed you recycled materials? I have some of these. From our experiment with printing with watercolor and Sharpie paper. There's the foil that I used. Saw that lying around. Walked around the house, found some really old felt flowers. Looks kind of 1960s, but you know, this is our drum. We're trying to keep it light and simple and summery. You know, you can think about Native American theme, or you can find stuff. I mean, they liked flowers and honoring nature. So with that in mind, and also remember I told you I found a treasure trove of stickers. you know, glitter might not be exactly Native American-ish, but it's fun and it's summer, and you know, it's good to be loose and open to what you find. So with my bucket, I think I want to do some red. I saw the red and it really kind of spoke to me, so and again, I haven't been out shopping for paints, so these paints are a little older, and I may have to not use the red or get some scissors because it's not coming out. Well, I definitely wanted to use blue, and I know the blue works, so we'll put some blue in the cap and the hole. So I guess we'll go with blue. Got to be flexible. So I was thinking it would be fun to do some patterns. So you can maybe do some simple V's and whatnot. And that could go all the way around. We could do that on this bucket. We could do it. So we've got this going. We could do it on the top, and we could do it on the bottom, and we could do it so it kind of echoes. So see, where it points down, we're going to point up. So there you have it. That's the beginning of this bucket. And I'll continue to do that on my own for a while. Told you I picked a few other, we know the yellow, because we used it earlier on our boxes will work. I like yellow. It's a fun, bright color. So I'll probably do, you know, maybe some dots. Dots are fun. Some dots. Oops, almost put it in the blue. Some dots up here. And you could do some dots here. You don't have to limit the dots. So that'll be a nice fun pattern. Again, an A-B pattern. Go blue, yellow, line, dot. You know, we do our A-B pattern. So then in the middle, I quite haven't figured that out, but I really like this green glitter. Back in the day, I used to use a lot of glitter. You know, I don't know that that's going to work for us. Again, I'm just trying to find stuff around the house, but I think if I add a little water to this, which I'm pretty sure it might reconstitute itself. It might take a little bit. So we're just, oops, we're making a big mess. Yeah, it might be more than I can handle today. So I guess we're not using glitter glue. I'm going to have to think of something to go down the middle. And meanwhile, we have our recyclable containers, and we are going to look at those. Huh. I like the hot pink. I just realized one of the lights is not on. I was looking up. So let's put this paintbrush over here. Let's look at the hot pink. I love hot pink and black. It's a nice color to go together. So I'm going to, and now with acrylic on plastic, you really have to kind of slather it on. You have to be pretty generous. So I'm going to slather some pink on here. See how this comes out. So that's what I'm going to do on here, just to give it a coating. And then we have another container. I might do the same thing and add some other things to it. So I'll work on adding my pink to my black containers, and we'll see how that goes. And we're going to wait for the next step. Okie dokie. Hi, we're moving on to the next stage of our project with our bucket drumming, decorating our buckets. So I started to tear apart my foil from the other day. You could use any foil fabric. You don't have to paint. You could use tape. I'm just trying to do a lot of different type of things. And since the paint is still wet and it's very hot and humid, it's going to stay wet for a while. That is not a problem, at least here. I don't have indoor air. And even if you had indoor air with the humidity, it's still going to stay wet. Always the best day to paint is a nice, hot, dry day. Winter, summer, spring, fall. You can see I'm echoing the zigzag pattern with the foil. Native Americans are very industrious as far as using recycled material. So I'm feeling like I'm honoring that kind of spirit of using recycled. I like all the material, so, and I like all the different colors. And the next step in putting all of this together, because I even did a little bit on the small recycled containers. So I have them on here. And the next step that you would do after the paint dries, because obviously the paint's not dry right now, but after the paint dries, you're going to either find a varnish or a Mod Podge. Well, doesn't everybody keep Mod Podge? I know we have a bucket of it somewhere. My daughter came down just to use the Mod Podge a while back. Or if you don't have Mod Podge, Elmer's glue is a nice sealer too. You just, the Mod Podge, you can get the bucket wet and it's not going to peel back. But with the Elmer's glue, it'll bubble. So you have to be really careful. So, and also, I'd mentioned these little gizmos. I don't know that I'd use orange. It's a lot of color. I'd probably use the purple to pick up the purple there. Depending. I may use the red, depending. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. I found this green duct tape. Again, I'm honored in having 4 girls, and they keep all sorts of stuff all over the house. So just to decorate inside these little spaces, I'm gonna do a little duct tape here and there, and don't make it straight. Don't worry about it. Just be very loose and random about where you put the duct tape. That way it gives it a very energetic feel. And it doesn't have to be duct tape. It could be any kind of tape that you find, or ribbon, or fabric, or or don't decorate it. You don't have to decorate it. It can be not decorated. That's okay too. We've talked about that. It's it's your project. So I did show you this. So I'm putting the foil on here. I've got goobs of paint that's not drying all over my counter. But as long as it's wet, you can get it off. So I make sure you have a paper towel with you. Make sure you wipe up the paint while it is wet, especially if it's acrylic. And that is our bucket drums. So enjoy. Find stuff around the house. Enjoy the process. And if you don't get around to decorating your drum, that's okay. We've got all of July, so it'll be an ongoing project. And yeah, and think of it as an ongoing project. You can keep adding to the drums. I just simply wanted to kind of make my own drum set. You know, sometimes when you see drums, they all have like a similar design. So I just want to make sure that they are all somewhat similar. And that's why I went ahead and I put the pink across the middle here. All right, so that's it for bucket drumming, and we'll see you Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm going to shut this off. Goodbye.